Mike, I want to pivot a little bit to look at the competition that is fierce across these big brands we all know about, but also smaller brands people are not really keeping track of as much. So I want to kind of see your reaction on the AI company side. Currently going on right now. I find it kind of hilarious, to be honest. So we have the Microsoft Copilot, we have Google's Duet AI, we have ChatGPT, of course, from OpenAI, but ChatGPT just released their enterprise version. So imagine if you're an executive today, or you're informing and advising on change and choosing the right enterprise level AI solutions. How would you go about deciding on who to choose?
Yeah, because so much of these things are solutions in search of a problem, right? And the thing that's kind of insidious about it is like a big company like, a Microsoft or Google knows that AI is going to play a huge role. It's just not kind of sussed out yet where, but they want to be associated with it. And so, they're putting out, let's face it, crap. They're putting out crap products. But that's always been a way to gauge what's really necessary. And, one of the things I wish, and I think this works against them, I wish they'd be more honest about it is, hey, here's our new thing. It's pretty much crap, but if you use it, it'll get better. Partner with us and tell us what it is you need, as opposed to, here's our newest, latest, and greatest thing. Let's charge you a huge fee for it. Because even Google now has become one of those companies that, well, are you monetizing it right away? What's the cash flow going on? Whereas used to be, they'd spend, that's why they had different divisions. They could spend a ton of money on just experiments that would not go anywhere. But, quickly the system says, oh, no, we got to start to monetize that. I wish they would come on and say, here's the crappy thing we're doing, but engage with us and we'll learn from you. You'll learn from us and we'll make it better so much faster. What that would also give is people an appreciation for the imperfections, because we live in a world now where to get things done, we need to do prototypes and a lot of testing. And if people can do, you and I talk about this, even for, my small business, your small business, we will prototype and test and throw a lot of things out there just to understand what is really valued and what is really needed. If I just decide in my great eternal wisdom what's needed, I might just pursue this, kind of one-sided path where boom, I'm just doing that. And nobody really wants it. So I need to understand what the need is out there. I guess the same thing that we need to teach that by how we're rolling out AI, but we're probably not. Taking that back to your question of what would you use, how would you sort it out? The first thing I would, do is say, okay, from what I can gather, I would talk to enough of the different companies, the different vendors, big and small. I would do a lot of fact finding. I wouldn't be committed to anything, but I'd be engaging with all their salespeople, which may seem like a horrendous chore. But if you engage with all their salespeople, big, small, across the map, you'll start to triangulate some things that are popping up that are themes. And that might start to guide you as to where might this be useful as you start exploring that. The likelihood that you have to get on it right now today or else you'd be left behind is small. That left behind possibility grows as things go forward. So take the time today in this new phase of it to learn all about it, start to triangulate, separate the wheat from the chaff, as it were, and then start to ask them the hard questions. How would this impact my outcomes? How would this impact the strategic thing we're trying to achieve? Tell me more about where it falls apart. What's the reality of it? How long is it actually going to take? Ask the hard questions and find that partner probably that's willing to say, I don't have all the answers yet, but here's how we'll work together for you to get those answers first and better than anyone else. Think about finding a partner, not a vendor. And if they're acting like a vendor, which is let's just get the big deal signed and move on, I'd be suspicious. I'd want to take a little bit more time, but then at some point I'm going to want to invest in them. And to be blunt with you, to give you just one of my preferences, I probably would hesitate on signing anything big with a big company, but I would be interested in signing a number of small things with little companies to get my feet wet on a much more affordable basis before I decide is there real value in what the bigger company is selling. And quite frankly, if what your little company is doing is working well, one of those big companies is going to buy them anyway, integrate into their platform. So you might as well be an early adopter and learn about it.